Good morning everyone, welcome to Rockhampton 2025 Australian 8-ball Championships. Day one of the singles. Open singles begins today. We're I think we're day 4 of the championships. We've got a whole bunch of teams and Australia AEBF plate, doubles. Today's singles day. We've started off with Australia Cup singles this morning. And now we're into the round of 128 of the Australian Open singles. We will roll into the women's singles, the Masters singles under 23s, and later on tonight we will be playing the round of 64 of the Open singles. So full day of singles today. My name's Travis Crawley, President of the Australian 8-ball Federation. Welcome to our CueballTV stream. We've got a couple of rippers on the main 2 tables at the moment. I would say a bit of a unique situation, probably 2 of the tournament favourites and unseeded at that. Victoria's Temujin Dixon is playing New South Wales Barry Crossey, and New Zealand Simon Singleton up against countryman Jared Rawlings. So Simon and Temujin would be very short in the betting markets, I suspect, for the singles championship title. So, in saying that, I've seen a little bit of Jared. He actually swings a nice cue, and as does Barry Crossey. Plays in the Sydney League. Quite a capable player in his own right. So I believe if he gets a bit of equal opportunity on the table, he will. I suspect he'll take advantage of that. At the moment, Temujin's got a 1-0 lead, race to 5. Simon Singleton 1-0 lead, race to 5. At the moment, Barry's in a bit of trouble. Needs a handy escape here. That's a foul, ball in hand for Tem. Players like Temujin and Simon, they are world-class players. They, no disrespect to their opponents, but you have to play very well to get on top of these 2 guys. Simon's obviously just enjoyed a massive trip overseas with the world titles in Ireland, and he went on to play some of the ultimate pool singles events. Where he did win one, stand to be corrected, but I think he did win one, which is an amazing effort over there. It seems everyone that holds a cue over there knows how to play. So a very solid player, Simon Singleton. I'm in the unique situation where I actually play the winner of the Barry Crossey Temujin Dixon game tonight at 8:30. So I guess I'll keep a close eye on this match. Not that I need to do any research. I know exactly what Temujin brings to the table, and I know what Barry brings to the table. So whoever gets through, I know I've got my hands full. So that's what happens in some of these draws when you've got unseeded freaks. They stuff up someone's nice seeded draw sometimes. However, it's got to deal with it. Morning, Aaron. Got a message from Aaron Goodridge. How is it Kiwis are playing in the Australian titles? that's a question that has been asked a few times. We do welcome our neighbours from New Zealand. It's been work in progress over a number of years. I think the idea was floated just before the COVID years, and that idea was parked until we got back up and running. New Zealand Australian AEBF Federation has taken upon ourselves to promote the game of pool in our region, and with no better way than the game over in New Zealand is starting to explode, and we want to do our very best to ensure that this game of 8-ball pool has every opportunity, and it's all about providing opportunities. And this year we've welcomed New Zealand, North and South Island into our championship, and I guess we could say we're trialling it. We believe it's the right thing to do, and moving forward we'll see what happens. But as for now, it's been a raging success. They've been well received by all the players at the Nationals here, and it's just another way that we're growing our sport. And however that looks in the future, whether it's something that New Zealand pool grows to an extent where they really just dive back into their own national championships, or if it's something that it really grows and we reach out to other regions in the South Pacific and beyond, and maybe in Southeast Asia. So it's exciting times, but it is a relevant question, Aaron. And with a player like Simon in the draw, yes, we're in real danger of a Kiwi winning it. But in saying that, there has been times in the past where players have played at our national championships that have not been Australian citizens, but they've represented states or territories. So in essence, they have been able to win an Australian title as well. But just to finish on that, we believe we're doing the right thing for our sport. And obviously, once it's all done and dusted, and in the wash up of everything, we'll sit down and look back on how everything went, what we can do to improve, what didn't work so well. So I do appreciate the question. Feel free if anyone's got any other questions about the matches we're watching, the tournament, the venue, what's going on in the future. Happy for a Q&A session while we watch some great pool. A little bit of a decision here for Temujin. The balls look easy, but there is a little bit of navigation. Got to find the right path through this bunch of yellows and black. That was quite a good shot. Obviously a touch far, but he's got to navigate this fine cut down the rail, and also somehow find a way to get onto the black. But he is a great cueist with plenty of creativity, so I'm sure he's got something in mind. I'm not even going to guess it right now. Maybe stun off the side rail. Yeah, that was a good shot. That was a real good shot. But that's lives and dies by the sword, Temujin. He obviously missing that shot just fairly pretty much gifted the frame to Barry. These are just drop-ins from here. And at 2-0 down, I'm sure that he probably appreciates being handed one. And getting onto the scoreboard, so like I said, in his own right, Barry's actually a very good player, just not well known, certainly well known in Sydney. He's currently in our Super Singles League in Sydney. He's currently, I think he's second on the ladder behind Greg Segal, and he's been playing some really good pool this season. Very tight and reliable. Lost a bit of... Jared must be on yellow, so Jared's got a good opportunity here to... Was he on red, just swerving around the city? Yeah, he's on the reds. Oh, that's in. That is in. Oh, he's apologised. He doesn't mean it. He really does not mean it. I know if I did that shot against Simon, I would have stuck up my hand too, but not like he did. But that's the risk you take by letting your opponent back at the table. You give them the opportunity to do those shots. So just like Barry did on the other table, Jared's hit the scoreboard, trailing 2-1. Simon's had a bit of a vomit, but everyone's now got a score on the board, so Temujin's got the open table here on yellows. Tried to clear that yellow on the rail. Hasn't done so, but you know, with his cue power and the shots he's got available to him, there'll be more opportunities to excavate that off the rail. Put a little bit of whip on this white and get it over there. Yep, missed the pot and put the yellow in deeper trouble. So I guess at least Barry's got an opportunity to sort of settle into the match a bit. Temujin's got that game in him that can absolutely wipe a player off the map. You know, in 15 or 20 minutes, the game can be just about shot. But Barry's now in this frame. Sure. I think I had another comment there. Okay. Sounds like a lawsuit. Yeah, no, look, we encourage all budding lawyers out there to flick in their lawsuits. I'm cashed up, I'll take you on. But we're pretty sure we're trying to do the right thing for our sport. So, like I said, you can get busy living or get busy dying. So we're trying to push forward and be positive and make decisions and not let the grass grow under our feet. So Q Sports around the world is enjoying a really big boom at the moment. So we're just riding that wave and trying to do our best in our little part of the world. Joey McClintock, morning pal. How's the conditions up there, Trav? Mate, the room's fantastic. The air conditioning's working brilliantly. It's really comfortable. There's people walking around with jackets. Sometimes it's a little bit cool. I'm not even exaggerating. The room's absolutely perfect. I guess the only time we've had a couple of storms roll through, the sort of room felt a little humid at times, but the aircon's actually very good, and the playing conditions are quite comfortable. So even with a room full of people, absolutely no problems whatsoever. So thought you'd be here, Joey, but catch up with you next time, pal. What's your take on the Russens? Will it be a long-term thing in Australia, or just getting changed over for another money grab? Will the AEBF changing balls as well in the near future? They're definitely not a money grab. I think just the evolution of pool tables. Evolution of pool tables. I think the Rassons are a fantastic table, and the Rassons are definitely in play for the next decade, as per certainly at World Championship level with Ultimate Pool. Ultimate Pool's done a lot of work in this space to promote our sport at world level, and Ultimate Pool through Europe has exploded, enjoyed such a massive boost through not only online ratings but television through the European TV, and I think from memory, last time I spoke to Mr. Quirk, I think it was over 40 countries through Europe was getting regular Ultimate Pool action. And let's not forget the Ultimate Pool USA. That's just started the last 12 months over there, and they've hit the ground running. And the USA people are currently playing their nationals in, I'm pretty sure it's South Carolina, and we've got an Oz Cup team over there currently, and it's been an amazing success, not only for these team events, but there've been a host of singles events. So back to the Rassons, the Rasson tables are fantastic, and will the AEBF be changing balls as well in the near future? Look, I don't have any plans to change. I really like the reds and yellows. I know there's been a push, well, it's not a push, there's been obviously the Ultimate Pool have changed over to those numbered stripes and stripe balls or whatever they are. I'm very comfortable with the Pro Cups at this point in time. I think they're very good balls. Certainly very easy to see on the screen. And at this point in time, that's where we're saying, I guess. But our game's in a great place. We're playing on world-class tables. Obviously the balls are fantastic, world-class balls. We've got world-class players. Like I said, Simon Singleton is a world-class player. He certainly probably scared off a few players. Big shout out to Mark Robertson and Michael Skerry, obviously. And Jake McCartney, Justin Sage. Obviously Simon might have scared a few of them off. Or it might have been the New South Wales team that scared a few of them off. In any case, we're all about promoting our game and improving it. Who was that from? Ukraine Train USC. Thanks for your question. No, it's definitely definitely not a money grab. I think one thing that we want to do is play on world class tables. We want to play on world-class tables in fantastic conditions. And that's what we're trying to provide to our players. Back to the action. Obviously still happy to take questions. Does that mean there's more down there or not? No, that's all. Yeah. Okay. So while I wasn't watching, Temujin's got another win on the board, so 3-1 up. Simon, I've given Simon a big rap and he's potentially about to be 2-all. Like I said earlier, I've seen Jared in the team. He knows how to swing a cue as well. Yeah, good move there from Jared to get back up on the shot. He was changing his cue ball positioning there, so he's got to make a decision and pull the trigger. Oh, don't you love being straight? Don't you love being straight? And close to the rail. So he's still a little bit of work to do. Obviously the black's not in that hard a spot, but you'd like to be right on top of it. Where are the Nationals next year? The Nationals will be at the Gold Coast, at the Sports and Leisure Centre. There's some big news coming up about next year. I won't go through it all now, but there's some big things coming next year for Q Sports in general. Well, he's overcooked that one a bit, Jared, as he still left himself the cuts on. Obviously he's going to start flirting with that middle. Yeah, so the Nationals will be on the Gold Coast next year. The cloth on these are the superfine, the grey superfine cloth. Good shot by Barry. 3-2 trailing now. That's a good shot by Jared. Take it to 2-all. Pool shark poaching. Trav, is there a plan to roll out the Rasson tables across the country? That's really the issue. In Perth and a lot of other states we play on the 7-footers, as you know. Of course, there's no plan to roll out the tables. There's a plan to provide opportunities to get the Rassons, and we're going to be getting more in next year. We brought in 54 tables for this event, for 36 for this event, and we've sold just about all of the 54 to associations and individuals. So next year there's going to be a whole bunch more tables coming in that we'll be getting in, and that opportunity will obviously be there again for those for people or associations. Like I said, we're in the business of running sport, running the game of 8-ball pool, and providing the best possible equipment we can for our players. We know players pay a lot of money to come away to these events, take a lot of time off work, away from their normal lives, and when they show up, that we're providing great conditions and the world's premier pool table, well then we're doing our job. No problem there's absolutely no problem playing on the 7-foot tables. We're certainly not boycotting that. We still love our traditional 7-foot tables here in Australia. Obviously with the Rassons, what we do guarantee is is if you've got 36 wrestlers in a room, you know you've got 36 of the exact same table. You're playing on, doesn't matter if you're on table 1 or if you're on table 27, you're pretty much playing on exactly the same conditions. So not always the same thing with the English 7-footers. They're obviously a lot of them handmade, manufactured here, and that's fantastic. But they're still a fantastic table. Will you also be looking to change to the CPBA cloth? At the moment, we're just looking to use a cloth that is durable, is fast, and is true. So at the moment, obviously the super fines are what we're using. We deal closely with our major sponsors, CLNS. And the best cloth that's available at the time when we get the tables is the cloth that we'll be getting in line with our sponsorship conditions. So Ray Atwell from CLNS looks after us very well. So yeah, nothing's off the table. We obviously look at everything, but we try our very best to get the best equipment for our players to enjoy their experience when they come away. Thanks Trey for that wrap about the venue. Yeah, look, it's a very spacious venue. Plenty of room for the tables and the seating and the spectators, and there's a great kitchen that's been open for breakfast, lunch and dinners. The bar staff, a heavily stocked bar, so everyone stayed hydrated. The staff are friendly, helpful. Accommodation for most people are very close. So it's a nice town. Rocky's a nice town. Haven't had a little bit of a drive the first few days I was here, but everything's very close. And haven't got the big city issues of fighting through peak hour traffic to get to a venue to play your pool. Everyone's arriving very happy and relaxed. Everyone's supporting the venue great with buying the food and the drink. And it's great to see so many people here with smiles on their faces. That was just a super shot from Barry. Yeah, and that's what it's all about, is providing a space and an opportunity and a tournament that all the players walk in and go wow, and every day they walk in and go wow. They go away to after they leave here, they go back to their clubs and associations and they pass on the wow. And that's what we want to do. We want people to show up and know that they're going to get a good show. So Barry's putting up a good fight here. Temujin's got a game on his hands. Great shot from Barry. Obviously Temujin's got if he can get the direct contact to that. Are they going to check this one? If he's got direct contact, it could be a stalemate. This could be one of those ones where it won't be a stalemate because there's a path out. This is welcome to the grey area. Well, there is definitely a path out. So the question is, if he catches that yellow, no, he's done a good escape. That was legitimate. Oh, that's the difference between being a really good shot and damn unlucky. Fortunately for Tem, Barry still got that one awkward yellow next to the black. Which he's obviously identified and wants to try and take care of it immediately. Yep, nice shot. Well, game on, boys and girls. Game on. One of our feature matches, Barry Crossey is now 3-3 with Temujin Dixon. And 2-2 on the other show table, and it's still sense a little bit of frustration from Simon. He's just, the balls just haven't been there. Like, I've kept one eye on this match, and he's like a caged lion. He can't sink his teeth into this to being the normal dominant player. So Trey Chan's obviously trying to get himself suspended by talking about doubles. We're not talking about doubles, Trey. It never happened last night. So I might get Dan to cut off Trey's commentating comments. Of course, he's alluding to the fact that Rusty and myself got bundled out by a couple of Tassie boys. But yeah, Temujin and Mark Owens got bundled out as well, which is
Talking about the MT win, Jackson and Sebastian.
I know what he was talking about because he was there watching me and Rusty get beat. He saw it. So, Tem and Mark getting beat by Jackson and Sebastian. The doubles is a funny game. Good luck trying to be predicting doubles tournaments. It's an absolute art form. So good luck to just takes an extra, sometimes a bit of extra patience and I guess a good relationship between the two partners. And obviously Rusty and I lost last night 4-3. And look, I'm not going to blame Rusty for the loss. I'm not going to blame Rusty at all. Like it was clearly his fault. But I'm not going to dwell on that. So, where's that other table gone? I've gone for a break.
What's that?
I've lost Barry's game. Oh, it's still over there. Oh, sorry. Okay.
When I forget.
Alright, so yeah, the tournament directors have put on two rippers here this morning. These two show tables. Barry's going to try and clip off this red and open up his other yellow. Caught that fat. Bit of an ambitious pot out he was going for there. Probably almost a blessing in disguise. Missing that, I suspect. Now, so back to the cage line, Simon Singleton. Just been sticky frames, just no flow. Oh, that's again. Tem just did a really good shot and had a bad result right at the end of the shot. So, super opportunity for Barry here. So he's playing some positive. I think he's going to play this quite positively. The big shot is obviously down that bottom top right corner with that. How he's going to free up that yellow. If that problem gets solved, well, he's well on his way to taking getting himself to the hill. Big shot here. Wants to give himself a nice angle. I think that's a nice angle. Touch a running side on this and promote the yellow across the rail. Just don't want to catch it too high. He caught it too high. Yeah, he sort of punched at that shot. He really needed to let the side do its work. So Simon doing the right thing and getting that yellow off the table. You out again? Keep fighting, brother. Three all. Right, so good opportunity now for Simon. Ball in hand. Massive shot there from Tem, and it's short about 18 times. So Simon knocked this in, free up the black. Nice shot. That was the key shot. Now they just drop in to take a 3-2 lead. Big shot here for Barry. He's knocked that in quite confidently. Got a nice angle on this yellow. Obviously would love to have been knocked on the rail, but still a great opportunity nonetheless. Oof, he used every bit of that pocket there. Big shot here for a 4-3 lead. Nice shot. Simon goes about his way. He's going to take a 3-2 lead. So Tem a bit frustrated. Just has not had the run of the ball, and at the same time Barry's played some really solid pool. He's probably looking for a nice split here and a ball. Well, he's got the nice split, but didn't get the ball. Tell you what. Well, at the table, 4-3 lead. So it's advantage Barry at the moment. He's had a quick scan. Is he going to try and get this yellow off now? That's good. That's good. Yeah, it's gone just far enough. So he's clearly feeling good. He's mapped that out already. He's diving straight into the shots. Now they're all there for him. Just got to find a nice spot where he wants his white, because there's so many spots it can work, but you can't just hope it to be anywhere. And that's is he on that ball in the middle? I don't think he is. So that's what happens when you sort of just run the white into anywhere. Sometimes that's exactly where you end up. Is this a cannon or down the top? All right, so it's getting hard. Even this, he's got to still on hold the white ball a little bit. Oh, he's hit that really well. He's hit that really well. And quickly dipping over the other table. Jared himself is on a opportunity there to clear them. All right, so does he go? He's going to bring it straight back or just run it around? Oh, he's knocked that in nice. Just wonder if the angle's too great to drop it in for the middle. Or he's got to put the black in the same pocket. Yeah. This is for the match. This is for a 5-3 win. Bridging off the rail. That's a great shot. That's a great match from Barry. Like I said at the start, he's a very good player and not well known certainly around Australia, as in the traditional circles of who's who in the zoo. But he's been very, very hard to beat in our local league in Sydney, and for him to put up a big performance hasn't surprised me. Probably didn't expect him to beat Temujin, but all credit to him. He's played a great match and he's got the result. So, oh, Jared, he might have a nick at that. So one of the tournament favourites is out, Temujin Dixon. Again, it was I feel, like I said in the matches, he had there were some good shots he played, and just at the last moments it went from good shot to bad, just on how the last bit of the result happened. So so dropped opportunity there from Jared. Simon at the table. I'd expect him to go out here. I think everything goes. Just how he transitions with these two balls to the centres. The balls, the middles do take the balls, but certainly with the slight angles, you don't want to force them. You don't want to force them. So where'd my comments go, Dan? Oh, down that way, right. No, Trav's draw does not open up. Trav's draw does not open up. I played Barry in our singles league in Sydney, and he mopped me up. So I know how Barry can play. That's the advantage I've got. He's not sliding under my radar. Can I talk trash about him, Dan? He's now my opponent. He's an arrogant Irish prick. And will expect to be favourite in the match tonight. So he's a champion guy, and he absolutely loves being part of the New South Wales team. Well, obviously Simon misshaped down this end of the table at the start, and he was sort of just a bit out of shape. And with that shot there, he was trying to a little bit of cheat, little bit of stun on the white, and obviously he's landed perfect on his final yellow, but doing all that caused the miss to the pot. So Jared presented with a golden opportunity to go 3-3, and the cage lines at the table racking the balls. Maybe there's a little bit of frustration I was talking about earlier. That may have filtered into when he was trying to pot out. That's just he knows what he's capable of, and he just hasn't been able to show it. So there's a wide view of the room. So just singles today, so obviously the mass of the teams being thinned out today, and that was an angry break. A little bit of New Zealand anger. I guess the other thing to think of is the like, it's of course all the draws are completely random, but you come over to this event and you draw one of your fellow countrymen first round. I don't think it's ideal. But I suspect, obviously, Simon's certainly got a profile in certainly New Zealand, definitely Australia, and even in World Pool, he's definitely got a very well respected. But I guess if you're playing him every day, day in, day out, yeah, probably a bit more comfortable than most other players in playing against him. And just these little 1%ers, they all add up sometimes. He just seems walking around his cage, he's a little bit of an angry. Obviously, Jared seems a lot more composed. Obviously, he's in a really good position this match. He's 3-all, race to 5. He feels like he's got an opportunity here to put a good result on the board, and he almost just doesn't need to do too much, because Simon just wants to try and get some quick wins and get out of here. So this is the only match left on the four main tables. So we're 3-all. Well, that's a nice shot. That'll just add to Simon's frustration. Look, he's a great player. He's got to figure out a fight through this. Obviously, Jared's playing some great pool. He's here to do a job as well. On top of being one of the tournament favourites, Simon's all of a sudden found himself with a big task to get through his countrymen and fight through just the stickiness of this match. So he's played a great shot there. He's freed up some balls. He's knocked in one of the yellows, and Gee, would you consider going for the face double here, just to free up that yellow next to the red? That'll put the pressure on Simon. No, he's probably just going to set this long yellow up down the rail. He's plotted it. Left himself a convenient angle to decisions. So even if you catch the yellow, the red's going to sail down the rail. I think I said the cannon's probably on. You just roll this in and take the other yellow to break them out. They're going to sit. It's going to drop. It's going to drop. That is a great shot. A great result. Left himself a very doable shot to the middle. He's with in a couple of shots time potentially a black ball down the rail for a lead. Has he lost the white? No, he's kept it. I think he's kept it. Maybe a touch of a swerve. No, he's straight onto it. Just roll this in and leave yourself a straight shot down the rail. Oh, he wasn't happy with the... Yeah, I probably would have just rolled it in and taken the black down the rail. In any case, he's got a shot here for a 4-3 lead up against one of the tournament favourites. So potentially, certainly big upset in the previous game with Barry Crossey from New South Wales defeating Temujin Dixon from Victoria. Now we've got Jared Rawlings for a black to go 4-3 up against Simon Singleton. It's got it. 4-3 on the hill. Simon's evacuating. Now, this toilet break should have happened last frame. But he's got to go compose himself. He's for those that know him, you know he's a world-class player with so much experience and skill. Very, very, very hard to beat, and probably the longer he stays in the tournament, the harder and harder he gets to beat as the races get longer. So a little bit of a sprint distance, race to 5. It's a little bit awkward navigating the early rounds of an Australian singles race to 5. So, just currently going for a toilet break at the moment. Yep. We have to put a translator on. Does this understand?
Thank you very much, Dan. Just joining Travis Crawley here on comms. Did I get your name wrong? You're laughing at me.
No, it's name is Pervin. I'll just read the comments. We've got the running commentaries here. Well done, very great commentary, Trav. Thank you. Shame you two New South players are against each other next round.
Good luck to both.
Yeah, good luck to both. Looking forward to playing Barry. It was obviously I saw the draw when they come out, and you know I knew I saw the draw. Well, I did the draw and I sort of give myself the short end of the stick. So, but yeah, it's this game I've got to prepare myself for, and whether it was against Barry or Temujin, it's going to be a tough game. So, but that's later on tonight. The match ahead of us right now is, I've been explaining that I don't know a lot about Jared, but I know that obviously Simon looks very frustrated out there. He's like a caged lion. He's got so much potential and so much skill. He hasn't been able to make it happen. So, but Jared's played his role perfectly and taken his opportunities.
This is as good a player as Simon is. It's one thing he is susceptible to is just being a little bit off in the first round of a competition. Most of the time, because of his skill, he'll get through and he'll fight his way through and go deep, but on occasion he will come unstuck early on because he's not quite right, or his opponent knows who he is and just levels up that little bit. Jared, obviously, as you can see, is a very capable player. Just that needs to stop, has it? No, he's good. But as well as being a capable player, he's got extra reason to be giving it his all here. He's on the TV table. Folks at home will be watching. There'll be a large contingent of the audience from New Zealand as he misses that ball, but at least he's left it where the black can't be easily gotten to or potted. But also it's a good time over in New Zealand to be watching. It's 4:16 over there, as opposed to some of the matches later on in the day when you're getting into your evening, or even when people need to go to bed. So it's a good sort of time of the day on a Saturday to be watching pool. Simon with the first dig at these. Yeah. So you didn't look happy with that, did he? You could tell the way he just walked around the table and kind of swished his cue that he's less than enamoured with that shot.
Yeah, I think Jared's missed a golden opportunity. That long yellow. Hopefully, for his sake, it doesn't come back to haunt him. But probably needed to put a bit more attention into that shot. And then I think the frame was there. He was had a nice little cut into the other yellow to free his final yellow. But you don't want to let this man back at the table. You just want to keep him in his seat. But yeah, I think he hasn't looked himself. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Jared. He's done his role to perfection, and the scoreline reflects what's happened. So everything's true and correct.
Tell you what, Simon has used the layout of the table incredibly well on that shot. He knew that there were a couple of reds that he could use as snookering balls, or balls to take the potting angles away, and he's done incredibly well there, even though he hasn't put the red in amongst the yellows or over the bag as he intended. Jared's played an excellent shot there. He's now given himself a real shot at this if Simon doesn't clear. I'm not too sure how accessible that black is to Simon. He may attempt to try and extract it now. If he's straight enough, he can just draw straight back into it and try to just hoof it out of there.
I think that's a big possibility on this shot.
Well, you've got so many reds you can land position on if it doesn't work, so you do have a lot of latitude to do things in this frame. He's decided not to do it. Maybe discretion the better part of valour there. But he will know that he's got options as long as he stays at the table, and just with this rule set, the ability to really make things tough for a player who's on the hill and force him to play more shots to win that frame. Cheers, Ben. This is Benjamin Tokery from Hamilton in New Zealand. Goes by Bad Boy Benny. So, Troy Chan as well has made a few comments. I did see him briefly at Capricornia, but I was a little too timid to go and speak to him. Him and Sebastian Lettinen were there, and there's a couple of the other Queenslanders and the NT boys playing there, trying to get their eyes and their arms in. Big shout out to Capricornia Q Sports Club, by the way. They've been magnificent helping us here to run this, as well as to provide a venue for players to come and practice when this place is closed or unavailable. So Steve and the team at Capricornia, big thumbs up.
Well, we're getting close to business time at this frame. Are we totally sure he knows what he wants to do? It seems like he's sort of hoping an idea is going to pop into his head.
I've seen a shot that looks very suicidal to some, but if he's playing down on it, so he's not going to play it.
Yeah, I think he wants to try and drift over there, and I
was about to say if he plays that, tries to thump into the red or the yellow or the black and open them up, but Simon's not going to risk that. 3-4 down, race to 5.
I think the black's going in the same pocket as this red.
Agreed.
He's playing pretty low. What's he doing?
Just below centre. He's using the fact that yellow is there to help him. He doesn't want to try to bite off too much on that shot. He just take his medicine, so to speak.
Yes.
He knows there's a very low chance of scratching here.
It will flirt with that pocket once it flicks off that yellow. And he probably, the way he's feeling with everything, that nothing's really run his way, that's probably a big concern.
Yeah, you've almost got to forget about that and just play a good shot. This to go hill. And he got it.
Yeah.
He is a champion for a reason. Yeah. That was a tough finish and he took it out beautifully. So we do have bonus pull here at the Robert Schwarten Pavilion in Rockhampton. My favourite kind of pull, in fact.
Yes, this is a hill.
Thanks. I see Temujin Dixon's made an early exit at the hands of Barry Crossey. On the other TV table, I was watching snippets of that game while I was playing. Tim didn't look his usual happy, free-flowing self. Maybe a little bit like Simon at the moment.
Yes. He was playing some great pool, and just balls weren't running his way. And on top of that, Barry was playing some really nice pool.
Oh, look at this for a break. Get in everything.
But has he left?
He's got a plant. You've got to love the facial expressions and the walk around. He's thinking, why have half of these gone bad? And I've got a shot, but it's risky, and all the yellows are open, and
it really
strike me dead.
It's one shot and it's over. He's bridging off the rail.
And the blacks, Ike Mo as well being there. No, it's not Joe McClintock. This is John Saundercock on commentary with Travis Crawley. No, I'm not English, by the way.
He's
Going
taking the
yellows. It's going yellows. That's not the best first shot either. He's going to have to cue one here, or he's going to have to tuck up if he can. He's got options to tuck up here.
Well, it's a bit of a... Yeah, it's... He sort of half a shot. Like
He's going. And say he's going. No, he's not going. Found a snooker. Well played.
Now, John, traditionally in hill matches, you don't want to let your opponent at the table to give him the opportunity to play that unbelievable escape shot.
Yeah.
So, I've set the scene.
Yeah, you're just hoping Jared pulls it off, aren't
Oh,
you?
well,
You no bias at all, right?
No, you didn't. No, I was just saying, you just see it so many times. But,
This guy can play them too. Oh, he got it!
So
You know he could. I've seen some of his clips on Facebook getting out of snookers.
So the more you're around the sport, the more you see it, and it doesn't surprise you anymore. But
I reckon he heard you as well.
yeah, I've made a bit of coaching, commentating, coaching, but still a bit of work to do.
Yep. He's done probably the biggest job though.
Just flick this over. Oh, he's caught it.
No. Oh, he's caught it all sorts of funky.
Oh,
He was trying for the cue ball and he forgot to pop the ball. He wanted to make sure that he got nice and dead on that plant, but unfortunately sometimes what happens is that you don't get that transfer
yeah.
side or that lovely cueing that you would like.
Simon's got the bounce back in his step now. He's
Black goes. He's just checking that the black went past the red. Oh, he can go to the left and behind it now to access the rest of the table.
yeah, just punch it out.
Yep, just like that. Doesn't mind the beeps. He'll be well attuned to the sound of the timer going off. Lovely touch.
Yes.
Could go either way with this. He could play the one in bulk and just fade out for the one into the right middle pocket, or he could play the one.
Yeah, I'm taking the one to the far left.
The one,
now.
yeah.
I'm not meddling with the middles. No way.
I reckon if it's straight enough, he's just going to draw off into the rail too. Yeah.
Yeah, nice angle.
Use the lines. Is he going to go left side rail here, or is he just going to take his medicine? Needs to make sure this snaps if he's going left side rail. No, he's played that beautifully.
Well, Hill, shot for the win. For Simon.
Yes, to progress to +64. And he made it. And that's a look of, shall we say it, relief rather than genuine ecstasy that he's won that match. And Jared Rawlings, he'll be... He doesn't look it, but he'll be absolutely ruining the fact that he's let that opportunity slip to take out a big player in this game. So Simon Singleton, 5-4 over Jared Rawlings, is your final here.
Yes, Simon progresses. Jared goes away. Probably a lot of what ifs.
Oh, he'll be absolutely kicking himself.
He played a great match, to be fair, and deserved
He
that
did.
opportunity. So
Well, here's your team, the team captain for the ladies team. The North Island ladies team coming up. That's Victoria Heavey just walking out of shot now.
and we're going to wrap it up. So
Yeah.
we're being
Sorry, Dan.
So Thanks everyone. We'll be back again for the next session. So for now, that's us gone. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all for watching.